just whispered in my ear, chop chop. This is going to be a defensive festival between Suthasini Sawettabut of Thailand and Wu Yang of China. Both these athletes having decent victories yesterday. The Thai athlete beating Elizabeth Samara 3-1, and Wu Yang beating Feng in well, not quite straight games, 4-0. It was a clean sweep anyway. So both these athletes full of confidence, and we'll see what happens. Here's Sawettabut, been playing since 6'23" now. Gold at the Southeast Asian Games in 2015. Just off the podium at the Youth Olympic Games in Singapore. Both those events in Singapore. Mr. Lowe's back in charge. Wu, of course, in the orthodox choppy style. Good counter-attack as well. 2009 world champion. So both have a bit of pedigree.
Love 1. Two, 1. One, 3.
The full-blooded charge of the game we've seen before. Very technical between these two.
1, 4.
And at the moment, it's the Thai who's struggling.
She's got good touch and feeling and understanding of spin though, Sawettabut. So hopefully we'll just get into this. Just a little bit of a nervy start, which is understandable.
Five, 2.
All these matches are tactical, but when you see these two women together, looking at each other's spin, to mix our games up a little bit. It's a game of chess on the table tennis table. And I know the audience likes to see people 10 foot back, bashing the ball back, but this is just as intriguing.
2, 7.
It's running away from Sawettabut at the moment. Look how quickly this game is going as well. Just well, less than 2 minutes gone on the clock.
8, 2.
First unforced error. Wu Yang's racket.
Just floated along. Finally getting back into this game.
Five, 8.
Better.
Nine, 5.
Just standing up a little bit. You've got to get really low into your legs to lift that heavy chop.
10, 5.
A lot of spin from the Chinese player. So difficult. You've got to be absolutely pinpoint accurate.
11, 5. First game.
Possibly a little bit tentative from the Thai athlete Sawettabut, and she's been made to pay. And well, big smile from the team captain Jiang Jiliang. It was fairly comprehensive, that first game.
Surprising there. She had so much difficulty against the chop. She's a very talented player and good at reading spin normally. I can only put that down to she doesn't have the advantages of the Chinese women of playing
Second
against
game. 1 love.
The power is there when she needs it. Most of it is about subtlety and touch, and then if there's an opportunity, that's what happens.
Love 2.
What she's trying to do there is lift right up through the back of the ball instead of trying to lift and touch the edge of the ball. If you do that, you've got more chance to lift the backspin.
1 2. Two all. Three, 2.
Sawettabut just really struggling to read what's coming from the other end.
That was definitely topspin. She's played a backspin ball into the long pimple, which then changes it to topspin. Tough to get your head round, but for professional players that should be easy enough.
2 4. Two 5. Six 2. Six 3.
Forced error. Say that very often about Wu Yang.
Four 6.
Keeps doing that. She's going to let the Thai athlete into this game. It's not really that Sawettabut has forced her way in. That's long.
5 6.
That all stemmed from the net cord. Wasn't quite balanced. And all of a sudden, Sawettabut can see a chink of light.
Definitely, and she's starting to read the spin slightly better there, focusing in.
That's creeps over. They're not going the way of the Chinese athlete.
If you're struggling to read spins as well, sometimes the best advice is to go out to the normal rubber. It's a bit more predictable then what's coming back.
8 5.5 9.
Can't get that right at all. Sawettabut having real trouble reading what's coming over the net at the moment. Oh my word, what a return. Well, Sawettabut mixed it up, returned it well. Have a look at this return. Almost nonchalant. Almost an afterthought. And it is game point.
10 6.
Astonishing shot. I'm assuming she meant it. It's long, and that's the second game in the bag for Wu Yang.
Time break for 1 minute.
So, timeout for a minute. 15:10 on the clock. It stopped, of course, for the timeout. She huffed and she puffed, but she didn't get very far. Suthasini Sawettabut. That's a bit dispiriting, isn't it?
And so far this evening, the choppers have played well. Juicy Hook earlier on put on a chopping masterclass for us all watching.
There's a close-up look at the bat. Of course, both sides not necessarily the same. For those of us less initiated into the mysteries of the table tennis bat, one side's always generally smooth, but the other can be, well, be anything, couldn't it? Depending on your preference.
Can be a short pimple, can be a long pimple, could be anti-loop as well, just to mix things up even more.
And what would that look like?
Yeah, that just looks like a smooth, normal rubber, but it changes the spin to the opposite spin that comes. Doesn't get much more confusing, but that's table tennis.
I might need to lie down if I consider that too much.
Some local league players will tell you that they play with anti-loop on both sides. Have some of that.
Doesn't that cancel it? Two negatives makes a positive. A little look back at the captain there from Sawettabut. She's losing this battle of the spinners. A lot of spin on in that rally. Oh yes, sharp around the table. We're looking really good.
I'm just looking at a discussion on the person bench as well. Juicy Hook is in conversation with Ding Ning, and they're speaking about the quantity of spin that's on that chop. So yeah, they're really impressed, I think, with what they're seeing.
Good for Wu and JJ.
The sets, the confidence disappears, and you start to doubt every shot.
8-2.
You can see it in Sawettabut at the moment, who won so well yesterday.
9-2.
Remember, Wu beat Feng by 4 to zip, so she has previous.
2-10.
And here we are again, 8, count them, 8 game points. Not that bothered about the towel break, if truth be told. Just under 12 minutes still to go. This could be quite a long few minutes for Sawettabut.
2-10.
Better. Good support from the person bench. But not this time. There's the third game wrapped up for Sawettabut. I beg your pardon, for Wu. I don't think Sawettabut has really come close to wrapping up a game just yet.
And I think here this is what sometimes you can see the difference between players really that are top 10 in the world standard and players that are just outside the top 50. There is a gulf in class, but table tennis, it's always exciting. Someone gets off to a good start, there can be a surprise. So we're almost seen earlier on when Paul Drinkle played really well against Timo Ball.
4th game, Wu to serve, love off. Last one. One all. Two, one.
Couple of attacks that have just missed the table. I think Wu just looking to change things slightly, just to keep her opponent guessing.
1-3. Two, three.
Trying to be aggressive, but you've got to be intelligent at the same time.
It's not there to hit. Don't hit it.
Oh, that's a great point.
3 all.
And in the end of the day, Sawettabut lost patience.
But that's a little bit better. She's getting into a rhythm of spin one with top spin, then push one. Spin one with top spin, push again. That way that keeps it clear in your mind what you're trying to do.
A certain presence, doesn't she, whirl around the table? It's half the battle sometimes.
Three, four.
We're just so good at changing the angle of her racket sometimes.
Sawettabut put everything into the topspin to try and get that up back onto the table. Just couldn't do it.
Five, three. Six, three.
Sliced in half around the side of the ball.
1 minute.
And in that one it's very, very difficult to lift. You just got to lighten your hand, sometimes even jump the racket out of your hand to receive some of those spins. That's how much the ball's going to ping off the racket when it makes contact. Look at that, carving right round the side.
Nothing more satisfying when you manage to pull that sort of shot off. It's run of the mill for these top athletes, of course. Oh, there's Freddie the Fly! Or one of his stand-ins. There are a couple flying around. I think we've just seen it on the big screen as well. Where is he now?
That's some great camera work.
There's no flies on our cameramen.
Three, seven.
Ticking down. This may well just be a 4-game match. Say just, it was a 4-0 to Wu yesterday. Looks like it might be a game here, but stranger things have happened.
Three, eight.
So much spin on this ball that Sawettabut's almost playing it in slow motion. Treating it like it's a dangerous package.
Three, nine, three.
Never really come to terms with the guile of Wu at the moment. She's way behind. A rare victory. Maybe losing the war, but she won that particular battle. celebration from Team Pearson. To our left.
It's unbelievable the spin that she's getting on that. Definite tactic, that one.
You know what, the crowd really enjoyed the bish bash of the men, but you know, they're murmuring and laughing and just amazed at what's going on here, and the amount of skill. Such a finely honed skill.
11-5.
And there you go, there is the fourth game. She really has rattled through that one all of a sudden, put the afterburners on. And so there is a fifth game of pain, you suspect, for Sawettabut, who, lest we forget, won 3-1 against Samara, with Samara yesterday. Samara lost 3-1 to Yang today, so she's not having a great tournament so far. That's what it looks like so far. Never close. Never close.
And this is the problem when you play against a chopper. If you're not as good, you're always going to lose. Whereas if it's two attackers, sometimes you can shut your eyes, throw the racket for a few points, and you can be leading. That's where it's really tough to do that against a heavy chopper.
Love 1.
Case in point. I guess it gets a bit dispiriting. You've had 20 minutes to try and work this out. You're still no nearer to getting on top of it.
Well, in contrast to earlier when we watched Drinkle against Ball, think about that. Drinkle unleashing, unloading on some huge shots, nothing to lose, threw the bat at a lot of shots and was a set and a few points up, and that just shows you what is possible in this game.
Lovely. A bit more power than Gale in that. 3:51 on the clock. Still yet get close to wrapping this up to 11. Which will then go to a kill zone game. Teddy's getting their money's worth tonight.
Big bench over there.
And he clapped long and hard. The top spin again, you know, from the past few games, how that normally ends up. Take the towel, take your time, try and eat this one out. Make sure there's not a sixth game.
Wu Yang saying there to JJ, no, don't need the towel, just need to get on with it. Let's accumulate a few more points, and very quickly.
6-1.
Let's keep an eye on the clock. I'm sure she is. I'm sure Sawettabut is as well. Oh, just swerved out with the spin.
There is a small chance that we could see the kill zone.
Our first 6-game match as well, if memory serves.
Oh, it's going to be close.
Well, they're watching. The referee's got an eye on the clock as well. Went long. Now Wu has the serve and she'll carry it on, hustle it up a little bit. Not she does that though.
She's racing back to the table. Next service delivery.
3-9.
Taking the towel. Now watch the clock. It's still possible. Plenty of time. Even time to enjoy the artistry of Wu. 51 seconds. This is way longer than 15 seconds between points. Something perhaps needs to be looked at.
Trying to win the points quickly, cutting round the side of the ball.
Keep an eye on the clock at all times, because whatever happens, well, at game point, he's having the time of his life.
Please carry on.
Referee getting involved, quite rightly so as well. Oh, now get the ball, Wu, get the ball and play.
Wu's wanting to continue. Sawettabut's messing around. Back to the table.
Oh dear, really? That's a real shame. I think that was a yellow card for Sawettabut myself. Possibly even a red one. The time is gone, and that's the end of our session. She did well there. A little bit of football-like time wasting, just looking at her feet. There must have been something down there, but comprehensive all the same. Wu winning by 5-0 over Sawettabut. And that's the biggest margin we have seen so far in this T2 championship.
Yeah, I think if I was down there, same thing would have happened. I'd have been looking to tie the shoes, get back to the towel, yellow card, red card, and lose 5-0 as well.
Beautiful work, always in control, a real exhibition of subtle chop table tennis. And look at that, 6, the most that Sawettabut managed. Wasn't built on the serve. It was built more perhaps on the strokes won. Looks like it might be the wrong way around to me, but there you go. Here we are, Wu Yang. You may be not surprised to hear is top of the pile. Ding Ning just behind her. Yang Huen of Korea having a good tournament so far as well. And of course we saw Shox doing really well as well. At the bottom, it's a bit of a struggle for Jeon Ji-hee and Matilda Ekholm, but there's plenty of time. And despite this defeat, the Thai athlete is still mid-table.
Look at that. That forehand again was dispatched. Such clever defence. The odd nonchalant shot as well, thrown into the mix from Wu Yang.
She tried to be subtle. Sawettabut, she tried to be aggressive. Nothing worked really at the end of the day, apart from a little bit of time wasting to savour the indignity of the kill zone match as well. Great work from Wu. She wins by 5-0.